Radiant team ban. Evil geniuses turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Evil geniuses turn to pick. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Earth Spirit.
Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Oracle.
Evil geniuses turn to pick. Evil geniuses turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Evil geniuses turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban.
Every single game, yet you still win games, so that's kind of cool. So I don't really think it's that big of a deal if they can't play Chen to, you know, the level of dedicated players.
Yeah, I mean, it was less like, oh, they can't play it, and
10
more they weren't
seconds
playing
remaining.
it. So at the same time, they had to respect it when, like, okay, can get his
5
hands.
But it's a
seconds
big deal
remaining.
when you can't play Wisp and Chen. Then your draft is just very, very weak.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you
Reserve
there.
time.
Hello,
guys.
we're back.
I hear some options changing, so
Apparently, we're more beautiful than the draft screen.
behold. What is Oracle supposed to be? Like, I don't know. Is he like from like the future?
It looks like a little floating sphinx.
Radiant
Doesn't it?
team
I don't know. He just looks like.
What's the red thing? Oh, because he can see the future, I guess.
I don't
That's
know.
like his
Why is his
looking
eyes red?
glass.
What's behind him? Okay, so
It's
Shadow
a satellite
Shaman.
dish.
What?
He gets DirecTV.
Shadow Shaman ban.
EG have been running it. They played it on Fear in their last game. I think they really like it just for the support they can
10
push.
seconds remaining.
I think Oracle is pretty good against it though. Well, maybe.
5 seconds
I guess you
remaining.
can purge off the hex.
Yeah, I suppose maybe they want a easier
Reserve
time in the
time.
offlane too, because he's really good at dealing with offlane heroes. Little push never hurt anyone.
OG's bans do seem
Evil
very
geniuses turn to
just
pick.
whatever EG was running their last game though. Like they banned the Chen. Yeah, he's a decent support, but these are the exact support duo that EG ran in their previous game. So OG gonna go into an Invoker now.
They're so caster heavy right now though. Like BKB wrecks them.
Yeah, and they have no real BKB bursting abilities.
Juggernaut's also pretty good too.
10
And that has
seconds
generally been
remaining.
the OD build is, you know, maybe get your drums after treads and then just build a BKB right away. And
Radiant
EG gonna
team
mix it up
pick.
here. Out comes the Admiral, toting a barrel of rum.
A lot of bursts with Batrider, but more importantly, survivability. OG is very front heavy with her damage, so you need to be able to outlast them in fights, which is where Boat is just incredibly good. You might not even need BKBs because of that.
They have crazy catch now between the X Torrent, the Lasso, even the
10
Astral's not too
seconds
shabby.
remaining.
Yeah, the Kunkka really needs to get levels up. If he doesn't get both, then OG can just
5
destroy
seconds
them.
remaining.
Like Earth Spirit with just a silence, and then like Purifying Flames plus anything, and somebody's
Reserve
dead.
time.
So it's a little scary.
Yeah, I guess the nice thing is
10
because they have the OD,
seconds
they don't really
remaining.
need another setup hero. Between the Kunkka and the Astral, you've got quite a bit there already. And
Evil
speaking of Juggernaut,
geniuses
OG is going to
turn
grab
to
him now.
pick.
Makes it into the 4th pick.
He's really good versus Batrider, and he's also not susceptible to the OD Kunkka combo. So that's pretty. I mean, Magic Immunity is just really good versus both of these lineups, and it also works well against OGs. So Juggernaut, Magic Immunity.
Woohoo!
10
He has a little bit of
seconds
epic.
remaining.
Yeah, Chugs is just a very safe pick in general. Can push with the
5 seconds
Invoker,
remaining.
can fight early, can scale well. We've seen most players do go for that Battle Fury build.
Yeah,
So-
he's not
Reserve
always the
time.
best option, but it's just rare that there are better options that you can think of in the time that you have that you're comfortable with. So.
And if it feels like you have a lot of needs to fill, Juggernaut's a good pitch up.
Oh, you need Battle Fury carrier? No problem. You need some early aggression? No problem.
You need a little physical damage? No problem.
You need healing ward that heals your entire team for 100+%? Sure. You need some guy who can split push?
Foot massage?
Yeah.
I mean, he might be a little rough, but he's got you covered there too.
Can scare people with this Halloween map?
He's a freaky dude.
Okay, so EG need probably what, safe lane?
So I
support?
guess Universe. Well, actually, Sumail has played the Batrider as well. So you don't. That's the other thing is you don't really know how EG are gonna look to run it. Is it a mid bat? Maybe more likely off lane with the Invoker pick, but well, I guess they have the OD probably in mid. So EG looking. I guess support Kunkka the likely thing here. Do you see any like room for a core Kunkka in this patch?
Yes, but it's too risky. I think support Kunkka is a lot safer. Like if you fall behind as a core Kunkka, it's really difficult to come back. But support Kunkka is like, whatever. I don't have any items, but I can just boat people, and boat's super useful. Boots magic stick boat.
10 seconds
It's like-
remaining.
Boom, just buy your boat. Have a backup boat. EG will
Radiant
go
team
into the
back.
Winter Wyvern. Great setup for the boat. That's a. I think EG did run this at Starlighter as well, but nobody else really has been using the hero too much as of late. Has a
10
Blade Fury
seconds
piercing
remaining.
ultimate.
There's so much magic damage though. His cold
5
embrace is only
seconds
useful for his Omni
remaining.
Slash pretty much. But yeah, it's a good setup for Kunkka. It might be used to like,
Reserve
if you
time.
lasso
5
someone, you could just
seconds
kind of
remaining.
use it on Oracle or whoever's around
Evil
Oracle to
geniuses turn
combo.
to
But
battle.
it's not easy to initiate at all. Also, OG doesn't have a particularly strong push lineup, which is where the Splinter Charge really comes in useful. So it's. I guess what other PPD heroes would have been really good for them though. Chen's already
10
banned, and
seconds
then
remaining.
it's like Abedazzle. Winter Wyvern
seconds
seems a little bit
I
better.
have this
than those.
horrific image of like a hero that is a combination of a Bad and Dazzle in one hero.
5 seconds
Shallow Grave,
remaining.
Aphotic Shield. Shadow Wave seems
Radiant
pretty
team pick.
strong. OG, actually EG rather, will ban out the
Could they
Beastmaster.
brood here? Hmm.
Would be decent in the lanes, but Bat's really good against it later on.
Yeah, seems a little risky.
OG weren't running. Who else though? They like Nature's
10
Prophet,
seconds
but he's
remaining.
maybe a little greedy this game, especially with that support duo.
5 seconds remaining.
We saw the Puck earlier from Moon,
Reserve
and they've got
time.
4 seconds, so
Tide
what's it gonna
hunter.
be? Oh,
Evil geniuses turn to
Tyler's
pick.
a little tough. He kind of gets owned by the Winter's Curse, but he's still like. It's just someone who's nice and up in front and just allows them to get their damage up.
also if it does go late, that hero actually gets a lot better.
There's so much magic damage.
Much later
though.
on.
Like I don't really see the Kraken Shield being particularly useful because if he gets X-Torrented, he's gonna die. If he gets
10 seconds
like
remaining.
if he's alive in fights, he can just feed OD a lot of intel, which is also not very
5 seconds
for him.
remaining.
And he can get controlled still by Winter Wyverns.
Oh,
You know, I was
EG.
actually. Oh, Lifestealer was a hero that was like maybe with Magic Immunity, but no one really picks Lifestealer. But I've seen RTZ a decent amount, although we haven't in this game. But Magic Immunity, is it offlane Lifestealer?
Oh, it's yeah. It is the Sumail Batrider I mentioned that they've been mixing into the fold. We'll see if they go for a swap.
It's a
over here.
hero to pair with Batrider, but if it's an offlaner, that's. Are they actually going to aggro with that? Because I think
Give Sumail the 1v1.
actually Universe is not a good matchup versus the 900 though. All that
That's-
anchor smash damage. I guess they just want an offlane that can just survive, just rage,
10
and just run away.
seconds remaining.
I remember when
You always want to
teams
be able to
used to do
just
that.
go to the big camp
Oh,
as well.
it's Iron Talon.
Iron Talon.
Remaining.
Yeah. Oh, how could I forget?
Every game now. We'll see if that's the build. Scouting Sunstrike comes out.
That was fast. He has to have that hotkey. That was like he didn't pause before the Sunstrike came out.
You can't. You can't.
That's crazy fast.
It was almost too fast.
Because your camera doesn't even start there. So like you have to move
Maybe
your
it's a
camera,
hotkey.
you have to skill up, exort, and then you have to cast Sunstrike.
Maybe it's the enemy fountain position hotkey.
I don't know. That's
That's crazy. I mean, have you
that
seen
blows my
Miracle
mind how
play?
fast that is.
Have you seen him play?
I mean, I've seen
Like in person at the summit?
a little bit.
Oh my god. His hands are a blur.
Like it's hard enough to just like move your mouth, like get your camera on there that quickly.
And then you got all the... Oh, and of course he connects as well. Nails PPD. It's gonna grab that support fairy fire.
But it's useful intel. You know who has the wards. You know how many wards they buy, and you know like that's already good enough at the very start of the game. So I think even if you're even considering Quas Exort, it's worth to pick it up.
Hey, he's gonna start with the stick, so Miracle expecting the Batrider matchup.
So they're dumping OD top for Tide. That's a very bad matchup for Tide. And then, let's see, mid is Batrider.
What does Universe have?
I think they're actually going aggro though.
Yeah, it looks like they are. Kind of a weird tri lane though. 2 melee heroes.
It's okay though. All they need is
Very level dependent.
Kunkka is like he is a melee hero, but the way he's played is not very melee-ish. So he can like harass from afar. Like if you're in the fog a lot, people have to be scared of Torrent. They have open wounds to set up for Torrent, so I don't think it's that bad for them. It's definitely weird, but I think they can easily make it work.
Well, Sumail already threatening them here at the bottom rune. Looks like they're also going to contest the top. Each going for the double rune grab. Sumail is going to get snared while the Blade Fear comes through the rolling bolt from crit, but not able to finish the job. And it's double bounty rune grab for EG. The Torrent is going to clip that Earth Spirit on the way out. They're getting to work on him. They have the open wounds ready, and crit is going to give up a first blood. So EG walk away with a sweet, sweet bounty. In fact, a double bounty and a first blood, and they're not even done just yet. More mana here on Fear. Miracle will survive, but he's basically been harassed out of lane at this point.
Value 6 stick charges, but he needs a self ASAP. Does our Spirit have one for him? What's Chicken doing? Oh.
Red Panda? Where are you going? Well, that's the nightmare start. And they're gonna keep pressure up on mid, it looks like. Right as they roll in, this is the time when EG look to strike Sunstrike coming through, but not going to connect on Sumail, and already Miracle bo2 will die. In fact, they're going to turn this one. Sumail, they need one more whack from that stick. No, he's able to live. He turns. He's going back in on Crit, who looks to be all but dead. Rolling up to the high ground and then into the creep camp. It's going to be a long journey for him to get back to the laning stage and to relevance. And if he tries to go for the neutral deny, he may end up dying. In fact, is he going to catch out Sumail going for the neutral deny? Sumail, he'll get denied, and then maybe Crit takes his turn.
Fear's looking for him.
The old man on the hunt, but doesn't quite connect there with the Torrent. Now Crit, run it back the other way. Get me out of here. He rolls into the trees, and it looks like he too will escape. But he's wasted so much time, you'd think it'd almost be better suicide.
Life stuff for OG. OD is destroying top.
Yeah, they're winning the lanes as well. Look at that CS chart. Ugly stuff for OG.
The thing about running the aggro try is
he's not done yet. Fear's got a Torrent. But he knows the rolling boulders cooled down.
He's still level 1. But very, very good start. Look at PB levels. He's almost level 3.
He's just been having a ball of a time bottom. Fly unable to really effectively zone him out here.
The Lifestealer picks up cool though. I kind of like him if you can put some sort of pressure on their supports, because he's just a nuisance in the off lane. He can easily trade hits with a melee hero with Feast, and then you can't kill him usually because of just rage TP. So this is
and especially against like Invoker and Tidehunter, which was the second to last pick of the draft. He matches up really well. No tail. Trying to force out the Blade Fury on him. Universe and PPD going in very aggressively, hacking away at him with auto attacks, and they do bait it out. So the lane gets a whole lot harder for Rotato.
no cell,
Very late on regen,
but he's not having enough mana for spin.
Pops the healing ward, but yeah, EG have gotten the harass in.
Nice catch up in CS on the
13 and 0 in the off lane on the Lifestealer.
Look at Invoker though. He's 11. CS to 13. Even after that terrible start from him.
Looks like a couple of those are going to be jungle creeps.
But Bat's not strong in the first 3 minutes of the game, so giving him free farm in the lane like this is not ideal for a situation. You don't want your Invoker to have to jungle this early.
Speaking of jungling, we'll see our Tidehunter resort to that. He's going to come back to the lane for now, but
You don't want to give OD free farm too, but at this point it doesn't really matter. If you go to lane, he's still going to get free farm.
yeah, and I'm not sure there's any other configuration here for OG.
They could put Jug up there.
I mean, he's not going to stop the D from farming.
they can pressure him though with like an Earth Spirit rolling, they can potentially get a kill. Like they have almost no kill potential with him.
And it's not like they have kill potential on the life stealer. If you do snare him with the Oracle, you can always just rage away.
Yeah, their lanes are like very safe. I guess Bat Rider maybe, but if he's playing close to the cliff, then they can't chase him with the cliff too. So very well fortified lanes from EG's position. The universe is already at full HP. No boots yet on Juggernaut. Things are not going well.
Make a move on mid, but there's even an observer ward here to scout this one out. The rolls off the mark from Crit. They're revving up the snare, but Sumail's already all the way back to the tower.
Oh, he has a haste rune too. I guess it could have gotten purged.
And as soon as they see this rotation, they look to make their move on to No-Tail, who is lacking in the mana department right now. Couple more auto attacks would get the job done. They get the last lob in from PP and secure the kill. Meanwhile, top lane Tidehunter also getting wrecked. So EG winning all the lanes, getting the first blood, getting both bounty runes, free farming every single hero. The dream. The absolute start.
Tide was a really tough pick for them because they can just alter their lanes whatever they can put Rider in the offlane and Arteezy on the lifestealer too. So it's like it really was like a lost cause from the laning phase.
Look at all that plus in. They're taking advantage of Moon here at top lane.
Yep. So
he's already
Radiant's
lost
bottom
2/3
tower
of
is
health.
under attack.
Looks like they want to make a go on mid. This is happening. They start stacking up the napalm. They do have the lasso available. I believe he does. He's gonna run right into the Earth Spirit here. Pops the haste rune. Tries to roll away, but you can't escape the Batman. Sumail's got set the wall. That was happy to see. Low kill top onto Moon. Drags him back in a flame. It's gonna be 6-0 for EG. They're making it look easy right now. Sumail maybe goes down here as the trade, but in comes the Winter Wyvern. Support has arrived. They will get the kill. Something finally. OG notching their first takedown of the game, but
I have a feeling
solo kill for OD.
Tide's gonna be super useless this game. Incredibly useless. It's so hard for him to initiate on this lineup. You have a Winter Wyvern who has super far range, Bat Rider who's gonna have to like, get a reasonable find, and then like all these other heroes, like Lifestealer too.
Yeah, OD can just astral you and run away, Lifestealer can rage. It's tough times at OG high.
Okay, at least Miracle's getting decent farm. We got a good kill on some there. It's a lot of gold. We can get early Midas.
Have we seen OG stacking any neutrals for the Tide, or?
They have not had time to. Too much pressure in the lanes.
Now as they look gank his lane, nobody's home. Arteezy back to the well. He's gonna trot out to the top lane.
He has like 60% mana. You gotta run back home, buddy.
He's just you're the young gun, the young beast. And we're gonna reveal Fear here in just a moment. It looks like Lychee XP. Pretty happy with his level progression. So
what did Universe eat on bottom? Oh, that's fun.
Oh.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah. Until actually doing an okay job at harassing it.
Kill the ward!
But the real action top lane, Moon gets the spot out, slow down repeatedly. He's gonna commit Ravage for this. Does the PPD. Sunstrike came in. Good coordination here. But OD's not done just yet. And there's a double damage out bottom on the Bat Rider who's rotating in, flanking the Tidehunter, looking for the third kill potentially. Moon gonna get caught out, and Moon is dead.
Yikes.
Ouch.
You blow Ravage and you still lose 2 heroes. This is just going terribly for them. And I'm trying to find their best way to come back. Maybe get some more kills with Fear and Invoker. But maybe just sack the bottom lane, have Juggernaut rotate in, because things as his par is just not going out.
Oh, RT. Seeing the TP cancels top too.
I like the drum build on OD. Some people think it's very weird, but you need survivability and you need mobility.
And the attack speed's actually quite good, the orb as well. So I think it's pretty cost-effective DPS.
Yeah, I think Atos is decent, but the build-up is just much stranger. Like you can have a bracer just sit in your inventory casually, and you'd much rather have that than like a.
Well, I think you'd rather have like the drums Ogre Club and be on your way to a BKB than Just have a completed Atos and that's it.
Or drums like kind of close to blink too. Oh yeah.
Well, they found Moon, and even with the Kraken shot, it's going to be a tough one to get out. But backup comes in. They're going to commit crit as well as Miracle to this, so they do save him.
Oh, that's good. Nice time for Kraken a prop.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
PPD though, and be far, and he's got a little backup here from the old man who threw out the torrent. Crit, thinking about a roll forward. Not gonna go for it.
So what's Lifestealer up to? Haven't seen him in a
He
bit.
got Tranquils. What's he building now?
Okay.
Okay.
He's super fast though with the Tranquil boots.
I guess that's why he gets the.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And when you're inside of it, can it break? It can't break, right? You're
I
not
assume not. Is he gonna get drums though? Because you want the move speed, but they have drums on their team. So I don't know if he's gonna do that or minus.
Alright, the Tranquils with this is actually really annoying.
400 move speed, immune golem with 2000 HP.
I want to see the Radiance build. I think he actually did that in one of their earlier games. I saw someone talking about it. Making a move on the mid lane. Fear's gonna throw the boat out defensively. There is an Omni Slash available. It's not even enough to get the kill. Has to Blade Fury on top of that as well. As Sumail is forced back a little bit by Moon. They've got Ravage ready to go, and they're gonna let it fly. Combined with the Sunstrike going splat all over Sumail. He will drop, so they get a second kill mid. Nicely done. PPD.
Spear had a fair fire.
Back away.
He could have used. He was under effects of boat too, so that might have bought him enough time to actually live. But
oh, Moon hunting.
Nice use of Tidehunter. They had to switch around the lanes though. Like the lanes were just going awfully at the start. And Lifestealer, like he's in a creep, but he's not doing anything. He's getting vision maybe, but
all right. He heard your complaint, and Universe he answers it.
It's not a complaint. He's getting vision, but what else can he really do? He can maybe sit in the lane and farm.
Well, that's the thing is those creeps don't actually hit all that hard. They're really annoying, but looks like he's got a death ball. So if the team,
it's good for vision though. The vision is incredibly good.
Well, extra HP here, and it's not like he's in any danger of dying even if he gets caught, unless they insta silence him with the Earth Spirit. But even then, it would be tricky.
Maybe he's going Vlad's. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah,
it's actually a little bit of a slow blink from him. What does Invoker have? And I think Invoker's like probably more farm than. Yeah, he has way more farm than that. That's actually pretty scary.
Top tower is under attack.
Yeah, there's Siege here in the top lane. The OD working on the tower, and meanwhile, Bod, there's the lasto. Nice grab on the crit, who is going to go down without really accomplishing a whole.
He tried to turn, but
yeah, seems like the Spirit Bear Rider matchup not the best. So Sumail strikes first with the blink. They try to make a go here on the mid lane, committing onto Fear, but he's going to look to turn it. Boat, Torrent, and the X. Is it going to connect? It is, but the Oracle there to save him and negate pretty much all the income damage. They'll be absolutely fine. And they're looking to dive for Omni Slash, but it's onto 2. Maybe with the damage spread, they can actually keep... Oh, they will keep the OD alive. Not able to do a whole lot to protect the Kunkka. And then the Sunstrike, again on point. Miracle. Oh, even when his team lost the first game today, he was just dominating on Invoker, and we are seeing it again.
They need the Lifestealer is like almost a negative hero's point though, which is kind of sad.
I think he is rushing Radiance.
Yeah. I don't think he spent enough time farming though. He's got a lot of recon, but like they see them and then what? They can't do anything. So they need him to be useful at some point because they have made back all their early game ground and then some with the backup.
Oh, Sumail trying to create space, but ends up creating additional income for OG. Miracle, another pick off. They commit the Ravage for that one, but well worth it. So it's not like EG are going to be looking to group and fight this raid anytime soon. They do finally have access to the Winter Wyvern ult. PPD has managed to crack X after a pretty fast start. He has slowed down.
Pretty sloppy though from EG.
Yeah, I mean, they had both bounty runes, they had first blood, they'd won all 3 lanes, or at least broken even all of them at worst, and won 1 or 2. And all of a sudden, it's an even or even OG favored ball game.
They just chain fed a few kills when Ravage was up. All they had to do was prepare for the Ravage like they did in the top lane, and then they'd be okay and take a little bit of time to farm the blink on Batrider. But they got a little bit too like, oh, we're really strong.
Radiant's
that
bottom
strong.
tower is under attack.
Haster on top, but our Spirit's just gonna run right past it as they look for fear. They get off the gush, insta TP, knows the Ravage is on cooldown. They'll make it out of there. So Miracle's gonna scoot up to the rune.
Radiant's bottom tower
For OG,
is
it
under
seems
attack.
whenever the Ravages are up, they are gonna play
Radiant's
hyper
bottom
aggressive.
tower has
And
fallen.
it's gonna be to EG to split push
Dire's
to
top tower
find
is
pickups.
under attack.
Not really in the team for much though.
They've lost too many fights. Want to do so. They want the lifestealer to have the exit radiance is what they're waiting for. But
Dire's top
It
tower
puts the
has
OD
fallen.
in a weird position where normally it feels like he's the one position, but
yeah, I think in
Radiant's
this
kind of got to
bottom
play
tower
second
is
fiddle.
I
under
thought that
attack.
they would be a lot more aggressive though with the lifestealer and just be
Dire's
all
top
up there.
tower
Like
is
Batrider
under
bumps
attack.
all over the place.
Yeah, Batrider bombs, Scout Vision, and then like X Torrent, and then both. But the way they're playing is actually much different, and their builds aren't really synergizing with them.
This is one of the other special properties of the Lifestealer. Pretty good for taking out Roshan. OG, they've got the scent. Fear's in position. Omni Slash comes through, and well, see you later. Old man, but has he bought enough time for the team? OG, they didn't actually realize there was a Roche going on just here. If they did, they're not sure if they want to go in, and while they're busy debating, EG are going to take the Invoker, counterplays that with a tier 2 top. So Miracle gets even more solo kill potential now, grabbing Yules, but I think EG, if that's the way to end, be okay with this. Blade Fury from the drug down the river, and Naruki crit up on the Hogon. The curse comes to connect. In comes the Triceratops. Go work on that ugly old horn. And where do they go from here? There's the bash setting up. EG looking for Moon, trying to bait out the Ravage. He's not cooperating, but he may have no choice but to use it here if he wants to live. Pulled back in by the X and dead almost immediately. Miracle just says screw it as he continues his split push top. So Moon does go down, but hangs on to the Ravage
Dire's
there.
top tower is under attack.
So Radiant's almost up, I suppose.
Radiant's
I'm very
middle
interested
tower
to see
is
how
under attack.
effective this is, because I remember when
Radiant
that change
structures
first
are
got made,
fortified.
Loda tried it.
He was a position 1 though.
Yeah,
This is a position 3.
and it didn't really work out, so we'll see if Universe has better luck.
Ulti Orb. What's he getting? With the Ulti Orb first. Maybe once.
Manta
Manta maybe?
for the lasso, just to
Yeah.
throw him off.
I mean, most people go Yasha though. I guess he wants a little bit of extra intel so he doesn't get owned by Sandy's Eclipse. But your farm speed is severely hindered as a result.
Only, what else? The Lincoln's does not seem
Lincoln, Scotty.
likely.
Lincoln's mediocre.
Yeah.
It's like a later.
I'd say more likely Scotty than Lincoln's if he wants. Hold on. A little choppy waters here for the server, but things will settle down a bit for EG as Universe to close in on his Radiance now.
Miracle's form is out of control.
And remember, he did not have the easiest start to this game either. But impressive stuff coming right back. As Moon will retrieve his Ancients, which have been stacked up for him. Crit leeching a bit of experience here. Seems like OG are going to settle down. They've now got their Aether Lens.
Recovered quite nicely.
Mm-hmm. And big items coming out now. The mech for Moon, the Aether Lens for the Oracle. We'll see Arteezy grabbing himself a Vitality Booster. Curious if he is going to go into the BKB build.
Take that as tribute.
BKB is amazing versus OG.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to rush it. But at 18 minutes in, I guess nothing's really going to count as a rush. As he is still quite a long ways off.
If Juggernaut went Scotty, that'd be a rush.
No, he's just going Atos. I feel like it seems kind of late for an Atos with how the game's developing.
It's great versus Tide.
Oh, okay, you already had the component.
Averted.
They look for the last one now. They are going to find a wild miracle in the jungle. This is a fake pickoff. They may need to commit the ultimate from the Wyvern as well. He's turning. No, nice save there by Sumail, or onto Sumail by PPD. So they do get the kill. They end an unstoppable streak, and Sumail basically gets his next big item. Force staff already coming out.
Did Invoker end up buying before he died? BOTs maybe?
He already had bought BOTs before he even got ganked.
I don't think he lost any gold because he is reliable from Midas.
Yeah. If that's correct as well. Alright.
And Radius almost
So close. So he's gonna be throwing down the fireballs.
20-minute Radiance rushes, I think is pretty good. Very respectable.
But they've given up a lot for this, right? Like,
yeah, but that's not his fault. That's I would say like his team didn't. They like tried to fight us for way too much without the bat blink and without a life stealer. So they were like trying to 3v5 a lot and just weren't anticipating it. All they had to play was like a little bit safer back, had more defensive wards out. But I think that they thought they were ready to fight with a AFK jungle life stealer.
And honestly, this is a bit early for there to be a great solution for OG. They're still not that heavy on the physical damage. And Notel is going to be going straight Scotty from the looks of it.
Okay. Straight Scotty.
Combo time! Found PPD. Deleted PPD.
Later.
That was ugly. Universe letting out his frustration.
That backswing.
That fireball spell is ridiculous. The new one they gave the dragon.
The dragons, the actions in general are just really strong.
Yeah. This is like turbo farm. Look at that.
Burn him down.
He's too fast as well. Oh my goodness, 400 move speed, as we pointed out earlier.
What do you get now?
Denies one of his Forge Spirits with the other Forge Spirit, though. And meanwhile, in mid lane, they have caught out Arteezy. He is going to try to retreat here. Fear, ready in defense, throwing out the boat, and Miracle charging in. But he's in pretty far. He's going to get cursed as well as so kick back, but they need more damage to focus him down in time. It's not going to happen. While that was happening, Arteezy does get caught out, and then a wild, angry, fire-breathing dragon appears in the midst of OG. Might just turn the entire fight on his own. Burning down crit. He needs a lot more time, though. That Radiance burn is relatively slow, and in fact, he's about to pop out. It's Wacka Universe, and he will beat Rage TP away.
That was super weird. Their initiation on the Invoker. They use everything on him. They use X, Torrent, Lasso, and Winter Curve all at the same time.
Quick, hit all your buttons. And it was just not a very well synchronized fight by EG. Off the bat, Arteezy's on the run, goes down. The Lifestealer showed up quite a bit later on compared to the rest of the team, so definitely not showing the level of team play that you would expect out of the squad.
It was an X though on the Tidehunter because he doesn't have blink.
Yeah,
so.
But normally you'd expect them to disengage after that.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And EG wanted to fight.
They saw Invoker in a pretty good position, which he was. If he just got straight curse there, it would have been great. But they used way too many spells because they could like curse in a boat, and that would have been brutal.
So now Universe back for the Vlads, it looks like. Thing is, you get that Radiance, and you definitely want to just be fighting around it with before the creeps get too easy to kill. Seems like that's the strategy behind it, but EG after the lost fights, maybe they're gonna have to play more defensively.
Scotty Rush. It's been a very long time since I've seen a Scotty Rush.
Well, it was really good when you could get the Mask of Madness first, because that gave you the farm speed, and then the Scotty gives you the survivability and some damage. They're going to try to jump fly mid momentarily. PPD looking for the Splinter Blast there, but not in time as Miracle continues to just be ridiculous on the split push. We saw this when they were playing from behind, now they're playing from ahead, and it's even more impressive. Keeps all the lanes in. PPD trying to scout him out from around the trees. A mass flurry of pings. But EG are going to try to back out. They have scouted out PPD here. Do they want to go? Fly trying to get in position to catch him out. Not quite able to do it. You can go for the boulder kick, and Meryl's just stuck around in the top lane while this is happening. He knows he can join the team at a moment's notice. You know, Granite Golem getting beaten down by the likes of OG. And an X, a Torrent coming through. They are going to catch out Crit as well as Fly, so they just massacre the two supports. The Magnetize was going, but not too much damage. OG, while that's happening, split pushing the top lane. They almost killed off the tower. Yeah, they lose two supports, but heavy structural damage. Moon's on the run. Is going to get bashed here. Again, combined with the Axe, Torrent coming through, and that's going to miss. Moon just TP's away, but the curse is there. The OD ult as well. Get that friggin' watermelon in. Oh, they almost do. They almost do, and they finally finish him off. But OG giving up 3 kills, almost taking a tier 3 tower. They don't lose, they're too big.
The coordination is highly lacking though this game.
EG, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that a Lincoln's on the Invoker?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, he just got a lot harder to kill. Looks like they want to jump in mid. X has been cast up from the high ground. The Admiral makes his retreat, but they may engage onto him a long range kick. Ooh, close, and it's enough though. It sets up the Omni Slash, which in turn sets up the kill. Crit, even when he misses, he still hits.
Is Spirit going for Blink? I think he needs one. He's been caught out like so often.
He's going mech.
He was actually the hero that got caught out in mid the earliest when things actually start turning around for OG.
I just can't believe how well Miracle farms. 15k net worth. He's just another plant from the rest of the hero in this game.
He knows that Lifestealer hasn't really been threatening him all game though, so he's just like, okay, well, if he's gonna farm, I'm gonna farm like 5 times faster than you.
And also push the lanes in a very aggressive fashion.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get the T3 if no one comes.
Kick on mid, next on Arteezy, they pull it back, silencing, then rolling forward, and Arteezy is done for. Quick grab for OG, now marching straight towards objectives.
It's to be very careful though, because better on high ground defenses.
Oh, speaking of the bat, looks like they were trying to make a move on the Invoker there with the Lifestealer, but couldn't get in range.
Do they have the damage? It's gonna be very slow. This is just Scotty, and they don't have the Invoker there.
Can he just BOTM?
There's no creeps.
Just creep wave mid, I guess.
This is incredibly slow.
Well, I think it looks like they picked the EG to take the big top, but there's a ward here outside the pit. And to man into position, OG. Invoker does take down a tower, the tier 3 drops top. While this is happening, just the Forge Spirit Micro coming into play, the Napalm's there. So each revealed back that they know about the Roshan, but Miracle is looking for the solo kill here top lane as the Sunstrike just destroys PPD. Well, if nothing else, they're taking advantage of the space for him. Invoker doing well. No tail with the slow from the Scotty, making it harder for the Golem to get away.
Yeah, I think
the boat comes in.
Scotty's for the Ancients. That's
the ancient counter. But more importantly, look at this guy. Miracle just keeps pushing the top lane, forces up the Glyph solo. He's already killed off the Wyvern. EG are going to need to send more than just a little solid support if they want to deal with the Invoker problem here. They're going to need a gem soon too, and as soon as they show that Bat Rider up in the top lane, he scurries away under cover of Ghost. He's going to TP on mid. He'll push that lane in as well. And then perhaps he'll even take the Aegis. No, I'll give that one to No Tail. But this Invoker is a one-man space creation machine.
One wonders why teams don't pick Invoker or take away Invoker from OG.
It is quickly feeling like their strongest pick in this patch. Nothing else they've picked has been remotely as impressive, I would say.
I'll take that as tribute.
It is still a pretty small sample size, but Miracle, he's been on point with the Sunstrikes, he's done well in his lane, he's balanced farming and fighting well. Split pushes aggressively but doesn't get caught, you know, and a lot of it is that OG are giving him that space, but he's taking full advantage.
Very nice Sunstrikes too.
Yeah, even unusual combos.
What level is he? He's level 19?
28 minutes. My god.
I was looking at his Quest and Wex, I was like, those are very high levels of Quest and Wex. This early. I was like, his Sunstrike does a lot, but also everything else does too.
Closing in on the max Wex here very soon. And has the eggs now for additional carpal tunnel inducing fun. Keep his fingers active this game. Tornado gonna have a bit of a fish. Off the mark, but now he's starting to feel more confident with the eggs. Knows he can post up and likely live to tell the tale. Has the ghost look ready to go. We'll see if OG want to go for something high ground. They have everything they need to at least attempt the siege. Forge Spirit's getting summoned. Alacrity already out the tower, just getting plinked away at. Well, wouldn't even call it rat because the rest of the OG squad is here as well. They're gonna go in onto No-Tail. He Blade Fury's out of the X. Will be okay, and wise that he did. Sumail is looking for the lasso. Has a special payload. Pops the Firefly. They're gonna Alacrity No-Tail this time, and another Torrent comes out. OG may look to make their move in any second now. BKB up on the OD, but he gets hit by the Omni Slash. Some help. Arteezy killed off just by No-Tail alone. And now the meatball flies high. Universe forced to turn tail and run immediately. The Anchor Smash gonna limit his damage output. OG, they've gotten their first kill, but the OG's fought back. Arteezy wants to make something happen. A beautiful kick comes through. There's the curse. But is there any follow for this one? The boat, that's the combo, but OG are too techy. OD ult as well. Finally, they start to drop low, and Universe will finish off Miracle. That's a killing spree down. A lot of gold to him. Sumail grabbing one as well. Oh, OG unable to fully crack this base. They're going to lose Moon 2. That's 3 down. Make it 4 as they will also drop the Oracle. The last man standing is No-Tail, who's not TP'd out yet. Likely going to die twice with the Aegis. The complete turnaround by EG. Not sure he can get anyone here. They've got the open wound cooling down. The Torrent is there. No-Tail to Big Daddy will fall. The Raccoon has been slain, and EG hold high ground. They get a team wipe. They finally hit their combo.
And a sick one it was. Not sure who popped the Lincolns on Invoker, but got a full duration curse into the boat. Just brutal.
Yeah. Imagine if they're even in terms of gold. They were down quite a bit going into that fight. And they still come out on top. Did cost them the Arteezy buyback? Did anyone else have to buy back there?
I don't think so.
No, just Arteezy.
They need. I still think they like heavily need a blink on Tidehunter. He got caught in the. He got caught with the curse, and then everyone just died. If he's there to combo break, then he can. They can win the fight.
Oh, they have caught out Crit. Committed the lasso for him, but flies there in time to save him.
I think the Oracle also had to use his spells very early on too, and couldn't protect Invoker. But very nice hold from EG. Never underestimate the high ground defense of EG.
Like you said, the threat, the bat.
Still not going blink. He's going Scepter. His Scepter's okay, but they're not losing the fight because they don't have enough damage. They lost the fight because they got comboed.
Arteezy. BKB forced out, and then Miracle just moves away. Oh. Self-fuels, and then the blink. Arteezy unable to track him down. In fact, even the Tornado thrown out. Additional harass, the Sunshine coming through! Woo! That was surprisingly close. That's just swagging on Arteezy.
This guy on Invoker.
Well, I guess if there were any questions as to whether or not Miracle's the real deal, or if last pitch was just a good one for him, they have been answered already. This kid is a beast.
He really is on fire though, this game.
I'd say the whole tournament so far, even in defeat. Getting aggressive now, OG on the smoke. And Miracle's the man in front. Foraging for pickoffs.
They don't have BKB on OG, so this is a very good play to make. Oh, he's dead.
And PPD way out the line. Comes through along with the meatball. Sunshine though, oh, not gonna actually be enough. They do banish PPD combined with the Grick. Lets him get out safely.
Force. Nice.
That gush spam though. Getting pretty annoying. In comes a wild Triceratops. The Ancient Thunderhide, trying to usher away these Forge Spirits. But despite being the leader in net worth, Lifestealer Hasn't really been dishing out the damage too much in these fights. He's gonna poke his head out. OG, we'll see him. And he's coming out of there real soon. But they're just set up for Lasso here. They get the X off. He Blade Fury's out and will dodge it. A butterfly as well on the truck, so you're going for your very traditional hard carry build.
I'll take that.
Unfortunately, that buyback on Arteezy earlier was pretty big though. See it in his net worth. Just feeling a bit impoverished.
Haste.
OG might be forced into a conference here in just a moment. Moon getting kept alive for the time being. TZ committed his beat. Hasn't really gotten during this, and it's the Omniside's getting the right there. The force kills it down without much of a fight. It's onward toward TZ, making into the last crash through. Neck on 3. They keep on spinning the meatballs there as well. I see a wild ravage appearing. It looks like it caught Arteezy, who is nearly dead. He tries for the self-banish, but he ain't escaping from the second round of that fight. So they get 2. Do they grab any more objectives on the back of it? OG, march down mid. Looks like this could well be their first lane of rack. Well, full lane, I should say.
Yeah, that's a lasso on the Lincolns.
Dire structures are fortified.
Tough life.
Really hard to fight into them.
They want to kill Invoker so badly, but they just cannot kill him.
I mean, he's got Lincoln's, Yule's, incredibly fast fingers to boot. Good luck with that, and he's got a Tidehunter backing him up. So they get to work on the mid lane now. They've taken down top. OG looking for their second lane of racks and their first win here in MDL. Really needing those to get those points on board, and who better to do against AG? They're gonna take down the melee. Swinging forward is Sumail, but he jumped into the silence and then gets stunned on his way out for good measure. Can't get off that lasso. Unfortunate timing versus Crit's Earth Spirit. And Moon wants to go in, looking for Miracle's initiation as well.
They lost a gem in that last engagement too, so that's there goes most of their ways of going on a fight.
Quick meatball to start that one off, forces out the rage. He's just forcing out BKBs and rages everywhere he turns. He's keeping EG on the defensive.
And the supports can't ever run out because they'll just get comboed instantly. So this is...
Well, Miracle's Invoker is a thing to behold. That's for sure.
It's so tough to get a jump on him. They have to like blink, force stab, and lasso like really quickly on him. You might even have to shift queue it.
And now, even if you do catch him, you've got to worry about the Earth Spirit.
And the false promise.
Yeah. Yeesh.
He hasn't even had a false promise, the Invoker.
He hasn't needed it.
Yeah.
Not really under too much pressure.
That's the bad part. I think the support Kunko overall has been a little underwhelming. His positioning in the early mid just kind of led to a really bad sequence of events for Evil Geniuses where they squandered an early lead.
It feels like you could say the exact same about the Lifestealer as well. Universe has a lot of space.
But what can Lifestealer do though? Like he can kind of run in, but
looks like PPD got comboed to hell and back.
Yeah. It just they needed like a couple more minutes, and OG just pushed them at just at the exact right time, and killed Batrider a little bit before his blink, and so on and so forth.
Mid lane, it's like they're trying to catch that Invoker, but again he just scurries away. EG, circles are being run all around them. They can't even buy a gem at the moment. Two hero lasso as they pull back, look to isolate Fly, and they will beat down the Oracle. So they get a kill of support here.
It's a good kill. Maybe they can try and get a Roche off this. I think they have to at this point, but
this could get ugly. Omni Slash coming through on top of 2 AG heroes. Definitely Blast combined with this one. No Televos gets the second. In fact, he does through the frames of lag. We see more death notifications. And they're rolling, looking for follow-up. Miracle trying to maybe break through that third lane of racks. They've got the creep wave behind them. No telling ever so fast with the alacrity. They will bring the tower down, and now the way lies open to the high ground. And Megas if they want to risk it. No lasso for some time.
Dire's middle barracks are under
And Invoker's just ratting out mid. He's going to take down a mid-range ranks while this is all happening. I mean, miracles everywhere.
I think this is one of the best Invoker performances I've seen. So he's actually everywhere, pressuring the lane, just killing everyone, not being touched by decent catch. I mean, they have a Bat Rider.
And the Kunkka.
Yeah, it's very scary.
And even if they did catch him once or twice more, it's so much space for No-Tail. He's just happily farming away. And
Yeah, he has unparalleled farm, and he didn't even have a good start. It's the sad part.
looking good for OG, looking bleak for EG. As the H just gets grabbed by No-Tail. And Fear, he's gonna next on the list. The combo didn't quite get it, just right there. Fear also has the Grieve, so he's able to walk himself out of that one. But still,
They had to use so many cooldowns though to try and deal with the Invoker. Like they had to pop the X, and then he's like always bouncing in and out of vision. Scary time.
so they make their move on Moon here. He gets banished right as the torrent comes out. That's not gonna connect. Universe being forced to back. Now he's got a rage and No-Tail into the middle of the fray, directly on top of Arteezy. He gets to work. Tries to focus him down, popping the Omni Slash. Arteezy taking the lion's share of damage through this. He does survive for some time, but Miracle keeps him locked down. The Ravage finally committed towards the end of the fight. They've already lost the OD, as well as the Lifestealer, and in fact, they're just gonna GG and tap up instantly. EG gets flopped by the Miracle Invoker and crew here, and they will drop game one.
Got brutalized. Damn.
Most impressive one like individual player performance I've seen in a long time. He was everywhere. He did everything.
That's why I think he's banned.
He didn't even have the best start as far as like he didn't get a bounty rune, got ganked early.
You can only do so much as like Shadow Fiend or something like that, like or Alchemist. I guess sometimes he's proven us wrong, but that's something that you just simply do not want to play against.
Well,